first become acquainted?
I was resonating a freshly opened chamber.
Resonated? I've not heard of that.
It's when we sink to the stone. You see, a mountain's like a person. Sing to it properly. Each of those parts will reflect your song back to you, telling you its story, showing you what might be hidden, and where to leave the mountain untouched.
It's a beautiful tradition.
Took weeks before he worked up the courage to court me proper.
2 weeks at most.
It was 5.
Lying. She's lying. I see you planted the sapling.
Planted it, raised it up.
The
Tended
tree
it
from
like
your
it's our
place?
third child. Some called him a fool for believing it would grow in such darkness.
Where there is love, it is never truly dark. How could it not grow in a home like yours?
Bon. Come on.
You're not leaving already.
I fear I've overstayed my welcome. Thank you.
You're playing with his feelings.
Sonic, sit down. I hardly wish to intrude. I said sit. You're a deserter, aren't you?
Do I have the look of a deserter?
You don't have the look of someone to whom things happen by accident. Which means you were running toward.
But not from where you think.
Do you blame us for your big strategy?
The way I see it, it wasn't elves that chased me from my home. It was orcs.
Your home. Where was it?
Because he's talking about the prison time.
I know something is a pain you carry. I grieve for you. Around your neck. Is that the mark of your people's kin?
My people have no king.
But if they did, where might that kingdom be found? Because rather than rest in glory, I chose to seek out the very enemy responsible for your suffering.
What? Elf, you didn't cause my suffering. You can't fix it. So let it lie.
I have pursued this foe since before the first sunrise blooding the sky. Take longer than your lifetime. Even to speak the names of those they've taken from you. So letting it lie is not an option.
What? A little honesty. If you want to know
She was all alone.
Don't dress it up as heralds.
Are you going to tell me what the enemy is or not?
The Southlands.
Prepare yourself.
Music, music! Ooh, good music, good music. Excuse me? Not a good sign. Voices? You might want to turn the light off, no? Light off, light off! Taken. Is someone took him? Is it really clever to scream like that? Oh, sweet kid. It's your ear. It means that yes, it's your ear. No, my dear, no, no. Don't make any noise, don't make any move. What did I just say? And now, do you believe her? Are you not gonna do anything? You know, they represented him as arrogant, as someone who is only thinking about himself and all, but they also created already kind of a sexual tension between them and something to say like is gonna be important for her.
It's my turn. We use fireflies.
Like Gandalf, you know, is talking with the butterflies. Like,
They're stars. A kind of constellation. This is how we help him. He wants us to help him find those stars. That's it, isn't it?
he's too weak.
I've never seen those stars before. But I have a pretty good idea where I can find them. Nori?
It's dying. I mean, it died. Because of him?
No sense of it. Doesn't know. Tell me, do you not think it's a coincidence that an elf should just land on our doorstep? Now.
He doesn't know what is happening for you right now. What is it? Don't tell me. You know that he... No, 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 it's not possible. I hope so. You're gonna take it. Oh no, 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 no! Your birds? Put it in fire? I just understood. That thing, you know, it's the head of his stick. You understand what I mean? Like, we'll see. I hope. We're progressing, you know, into the 3 different situations. We have another situation which was just created right there, but it's logical because it's following Elrond who left His place is home, so it's logical. We're progressing into the story and into the presentation of the different issues, and in fact we are bringing more issues during this episode. Because you know, for example, for the Arondir situation, at the end of the first episode we could have been only like, okay, so we have a poison situation, you know, something happened into that village, it might be related. Like, maybe it's related because danger, darkness is coming, but at the end it's different issues. What Arondir, he just lived, you know, like he was captured, the people, the things who took him, they are different than what Bronwyn, she lived into her own home with her son. It's different with what her son is living, you know, Theo, that thing that he found and the issue that it's gonna bring. Situations like at the end, Bronwyn, she's leaving that place, she's gonna go on the Earth Tower, so you know, we have a different situation, we have different characters who are getting involved and all. The situation is changing, the characters, we're discovering more of them and it's great, but things are truly happening to them and we have more issues. And that was just for Arondir, because for the Hobbit part, we're discovering that stranger, we're not discovering a lot about him in fact, because he can't talk, we don't know where he's coming from, we don't know his name, but the things that he's doing, you know, it's related to things which are dark. Each time that he used a power, you know, it was dark around him, the fire situation, and also at the end the fact that he's talking with butterflies and it looks great, you know, it looks good, but at the end they died. It made me think, you know, about Gandalf who was talking also with the butterflies. For that part, the Hobbit part, I'm thinking about the stranger, what we discovered of him. Oh yes, your dad, Nori, what happened to his foot? It's not great at all, it's gonna cause some issues. Maybe you're gonna feel guilty because of it. Okay. Poppy is gonna help you no matter what. I think that your friendship is that strong, that's great. But yes, the situation doesn't evolve that much for them. For Elrond part, it evolved so much, like he left his home, he went with that guy who told him that his mission is to build that forge. That forge? Is it the forge for the rings? I did not recognize it, and at the same time it seemed familiar. It's weird. It's really weird. I can't think about where I have the impression that I saw it, and am I wrong with that intuition that it's the forge which is gonna forge that? Elrond, he knows that he needs the help of dwarves, so that's why he's going to see his friend Prince Durin. But we know now that something happened also for the dwarves, like King Durin, he said something like, he doesn't know yet, like something happened also for you. You were looking at something which was brightening. Is it one of... Like really, because of the title of this show, each time I'm gonna be like, that's it, it's now, it's that, it's it. And maybe not at all, you know. I have to stop to be that suspicious each time. But at the same time, they are hiding something right there. You know it. Elrond, you need their help. That's great. Durin was cool, you know, Prince Durin. He was cool. Their relationship is cool. Like a true friendship. A friend who was sad, you know, really sad that his friends didn't pay attention to him during all of these years, to his life, all of what happened into his life. But at the same time, he made that tree grow, you know, he took care of it, and he talked to his wife about his friend, and he did stuff, you know, for their friendship no matter what. And Elrond was truly sorry about the situation. I'm gonna love their friendship, and Durin for sure is fun, you know, as a character, his lines, his situations, so we're gonna appreciate him also for that. You know, I said it, I watched only one trailer and I didn't search for any promotional pictures, any things, you know, to not have too many spoilers. But for sure, I had some informations coming to me, even if I didn't want to have them, like the fact that they used that amount of money for that first season. And I know also that for this first season, we have plenty of characters, new characters. Like, I think that it's because of the fact that they made a lot of promotional, how can I say that? Posters, you know, things with all of these different people, characters, and I think that it was something like that. So when these ones were out, a lot of people were talking about it, so for sure I saw that, and a lot of people were really like stressed a little in advance about this amount of characters that they would create, that it would be too much to remember, but also to create really a story which is going to be interesting. If you are using too many characters, it's hard to find a balance for all of these characters, to talk about them, to find a place for them. And see, we already have a lot of characters, in fact, into the 3 different situations, and even during these 3 different situations, maybe now I have to consider 4 different situations, because Elrond is living his own situation. Yes, it's maybe more 4 different situations, but all of these situations, different stories, different characters. We are meeting new ones during this episode with Durin and his wife, Disa, the King Durin also. Galadriel, she just met Elrond, I think that it was, and she's gonna meet someone else at the end. It's already a lot of characters, and at the same time it doesn't feel too much to remember, to meet, because it's going with the moment, with the action. It's not pushed, you know, into the viewer's mind, like you have that character, you have to remember his or her name, he or she is defined by that, that and that. Not at all. It's really like into life when you are crossing the path of someone. Not already first minute, first second, that person is saying to you, okay, my name is that and that, I'm that years old, I'm coming from that part of the world, and in life I want to do that, my background it's that and that, my feelings it's that and that. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe it's because of that that it doesn't feel too much. Galadriel, you know, the guy that she just met, first the situation that she had with these other persons on that boat, I think that it was a good thing to talk about the fact that the elves, they are not well seen. Like right there, they rejected her so much, like it was true racism. They didn't care about the fact that she might die, and they thought that she brought the worm back, like she would cause bad stuff only because she's an elf, so it's saying a lot about how they are considered. I didn't want them to die, but it seems that they die. The fact that we are keeping only that guy, why not? The fact that they're already creating a situation between these two about trusting each other or not, about the fact that he's someone arrogant and who seems to only think about himself, for himself, but at the end he saves her. Okay, why not? I'm not sure that I appreciate, in fact, the fact that they are creating already like a sexual tension, like, you know, we can already guess that their relationship, that's not gonna be only a friendship, and in what direction it can go, and I'm not sure that I appreciate that. Like, I'm not sure that I want Galadriel to have a love interest so quickly. I'm not against it for the rest of the season, the rest of the show, but so quickly, and that kind of love interest, you know, the love interest, at first we were enemies and at the end we are true soulmates. Like, I'm not sure that I want that kind of love relationship for her, and so quickly into the season. I know that into a show like that, for sure you want to create love relationships and all for your viewers, But we have already Arondir and Bronwyn as a love relationship, which is already done as a love relationship between an elf and someone human. So to create another one, another impossible love relationship between a human and an elf, I'm not sure. And yes, like that. And it's not really subtle like what they already did a little with Galadriel and that guy, and for sure what they are doing with Bronwyn and Arondir, it's not subtle. I already had some issues with it during the first episode, because already first episode, the 4 scenes in which these two were, it was scenes to talk about their love, but without talking about their love, pushing the musical theme too much. And right there, they did the same while they were saying goodbye, like... For now, for how the show is done on screen, it's beautiful, truly. The pictures, the lights, the colors, the music, the costumes, how it's done, the places, you know, all of the things, you know, of the post-production that they put into this show, all of the moods that they're creating, like Durin's place, it was amazing, it was beautiful. How it's done, it's wonderful. How it's written, the different situations, the different stories into these different situations, and the characters, they are well written, they are well introduced, they are well already developed a little. We are not joking at all with the rhythm of this show, the actions and all. The friendships are well done, well, you know, built between characters and all. But for the love relationships, it's not that subtle, you know, like, they need to work on it. If I have really one thing wrong about these 2 first episodes, it's that. For the friendships and also the family situations, you know how to represent that and really well, and you are building that really quickly and really strongly between characters, and it's so good, like the friendship between Elrond and Galadriel, and the friendship between Nori and Poppy, and also the one between Durin and Elrond. They are so well done, built in such a few scenes, and all, it's amazing. But for the love relationships, they are too pushed. And I don't think that it's me who has a cold heart, you know, and who is not going for it. Like, I think that if you know me for other shows and all, I can fall for some love relationships really easily. But right there, yes, it's not really subtle. It's the only bad stuff that I can find, and really if I want to find something, because except for that, these 2 first episodes, they are not promising, they are already amazing. Do you understand the difference? Like for House of the Dragon, the first episode, I said at the end, it's promising, they're introducing a lot of stuff, stories, characters, we can feel that we're back into Game of Thrones. I'm expecting something else to really begin it right there. This first episode and now these 2 first episodes, they introduced it, and that's it, we already began something. And it's not only we are back into the Lord of the Rings, it's we're back into the Lord of the Rings movies. Like really, it doesn't feel like a show, it feels like movies. It's amazing. Really, the pictures and all, it's amazing. Tell me, what did you think about this second episode? Like I said, for the first one, it's gonna be rough for us viewers and fans, but okay, we have the right and we need to be impressed by how it's done on screen, how beautiful it is. But again, that, you know, that excitement about how it's done, it's gonna stay for some episodes, but it can't last for entire seasons of a show. For a show, really, you need characters and stories which are interesting, which are gonna make us, you know, connect with them and really be into it. Is it already the case? I think that for Galadriel part, it's already the case, and also for Nori's part, because I can connect really easily with them. for Arondir and Bronwyn part. I don't know why I have trouble to be with them. It's gonna come, I think that it's gonna come, but yes, I had some issues to connect with them in the moment. If I have to find the reason why, I don't know. I was with them during the stressful moments, but I'm not with them outside of that. I'm just following them. Do you understand what I mean? It's different to follow a character or to be with the character. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, I want your opinion about how the show is written. How the show is done, we're all gonna agree with the fact that it's beautiful. With how it's written, it's different, and that's the important thing that they need to not miss with this first season. That's gonna be the thing which is gonna make us stay, which is gonna make this show really good. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. Remember that if you want to have a Patreon, if you want extended reaction parts for this episode and the last one, it's on my Patreon. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.